So it's back to County Longford in the Midlands of Ireland. For the next beer, we have My Twist Double Dry Hop Hazy IPA from St Mel's Brewing Company up next. Hey, welcome back to Views on Brews. I am Brendan and this is My Twist from St Mel's Brewing Company. It is a 5.2% hazy IPA. It is double dry hopped, so all the more reason to get this one drunk fresh. We have got about 11 months date left on this beer, so we know it's super fresh. On the back of this beer, it says 2 giant steps because the most dangerous thing in the world is to leap a chasm in 2 jumps. That was a quote from David Lloyd George, former UK Prime Minister. I don't know, during 1916 and 1922. I don't know. That's on the back of it. As well as that, on the back of it, just before I whip it in the glass, a light body, fluffy head provides a perfect platform to showcase the generous dry hopping, including Amarillo, which is a hop I love. We should be getting some sort of orange out of that, bit of maybe a bit of tangerine. We should definitely be getting some peach and some stone fruit going on, maybe a bit of apricot there. Hull melon, which is a really interesting one. It does what it says on the tin. It's one of these new German hops, which is slightly more conservative, which is pretty much the way the Germans have been with their hop selection over the last 100 odd years. Then we have Eldorado, which is an in-your-face American style hop, which is full of tropical hoppy goodness. And it says this beer is great for washing down wings in hot sauce or anything off the barbecue. Also great with the taco and cheese chips. I'll just drink it straight after my dinner, which was none of the above, but I'm going to get it in the can and see what it's like. I have my one of my favourite Irish glasses, this St Mel's pint glass tulip glass. Let's get this in here now. I'm expecting it to be pretty much exactly the colour it's coming out. Just a twinge away from straw golden. So there is a little bit of malt going on in here. Notice a little bit of cloudiness at the end of that pour, so I'm getting some of the yeast come in surely from that's been kept in suspension for all that while. I've had this in the fridge. If you stick a can like this in the fridge and it's a double dry hopped hazy IPA and it's in that sort of New England style, you will get at the end of the pour, you will get a little bit of cloudy, milky residue. That's where your fridge has done the job of cold crashing the beer for you. You can pour that in or leave it or whatever you like, but basically it's all of the yeast flavor. I want that in here specifically because the New England style or the hazy IPA style relies on the flavors, the esters that come from that the particular yeast that was used in it. So I'm happy to throw that in here and give it a go. It is looking very marble essence, sort of nice orange sort of color. Yeah, slight twinge of amber going on. It might appear a bit darker than it actually is on the video, but this is a very orange juice looking color of a beer. Nice light head. I got a bit of something in my glass. Let me give this a quick spin and a pass by. Yeah, very, very obvious tropical notes on the top, nice fruity notes on the top as well as tropical. Let me see what I'm getting here. The beer has just come out of the fridge 5 minutes ago. I should have probably given it 10 minutes. Let me give that a proper go. Oh, yeah, very noticeable different sort of hop aroma, and that must be coming from the whole melon. It's kind of like a subdued aroma to the profile from the melon. The tropical and the fruit I get, that's no problem, but the melon sort of comes across as one of those things where you say, what's that? What am I getting there? And I'm pretty sure, because I know it's, I mean, there is Amarillo, so it could be stone fruit as well. A little bit candy-like, very nice. Very, very nice from this company. They're not really known for their big, massive hoppy beers. They're more sort of, you know, their traditional and their core style beers. They're very famous for their brown ale, which they've just done here in Rioja barrels. So I was fortunate enough to get one of those. And they're really just sort of branching out now and trying different styles. So I'm really liking that. I love the aroma on this. It's totally different, actually. I think that must be the whole melon. Anyway, cheers, cilantro. Let's give it a go. Well, that I can tell you is a hazy IPA. Very, very different to all the hazy IPAs I've had before. There's a noticeable kind of a green element to this beer. I mean, I'm guessing it's the green fruit. I'm guessing it's the whole melon, and the way that plays with the Amarillo and possibly the Eldorado. I am getting tropical notes, of course. But there's also this kind of like a herbal element to this beer. So it's a hazy IPA, but it's not one of those dumper truck, juicy, fruity type ones. It has like a more herbal angle to it. And I don't think I've had a hazy IPA like that. It's very, very intriguing to try this beer. 5.2%. I think this is the whole melon. It almost comes across as dank, because there's kind of like a melding of that sort of herbal bit with the tropical bit, with some kind of melon going on, bits of stone fruit going on in there as well. Very, very interesting flavors. Now, I know that whole melon is supposed to come off a little bit strawberry-like, because I checked it out. I'm not sure if I get berries going on here. Let me just give it another spin now. There's a bit less in the glass as well. I'm loving that aroma. That's really... whole melon. I think that's a hop that I need to look into a little bit more. It's kind of like fresh, young, debittered pine, is the way I would say. A little bit herbal, a little bit more aromatic, and a little bit more subdued, juicy fruitness. So if you're expecting one of those absolute sweet bombs, pillowy soft, you're not getting it here. You're getting something that's slightly removed from that, which I kind of like, because I'm West Coast anyway. I love West Coast IPAs. So this one here is kind of like a whole different angle on the East Coast sort of idea. Very interesting. I love the aroma. I love that melon. It's almost like I'm getting greener fruits from this. Sort of, you know, I know I'm thinking melon, but maybe, you know, just greener fruits from it. Very interesting. Kind of like, is it pears? Not really pears. There is kind of a softer, greener fruit, a little bit more stone fruit-like. Definitely getting some apricot coming off of this as well. I think apricot's in my head now. Oh, that is a really pleasant surprise. Very nice drink indeed. Highly recommend you give this one a go. It caught me a little bit by surprise, the flavour profile, because when I see Double Dry Hop Hazy IPA, I know what I'm getting. And it isn't that. It is, but it's a different version of that. It's gone more herbal, more aromatic, more greener fruits, less tropical, less biotransformation from that juicy sort of elements when, you know, the yeast meets the microorganisms meet the organic sort of material of the hops. There is a bit of that in there. There's a bit of yeastiness in there, but I think what really separates this is the use of that whole melon hop. Very interesting, and I really like it. Nice body to the beer. There's kind of like a perception of bitterness, but I think it's like the warmth of the aromatics of the hop sitting on the tongue, which is really nice. It does have a really nice juicy element, but it's not tropical fruit juicy. It's almost a little bit aromatic. Very interested. You have to try that one yourself. I really like it. That's my view on this brew. Give it a go. St Mel's Brewing Company in Longford. Yeah, nice beer. Really nice. Cheers, Sláinte, and it's on to the next one. Bye-bye.